Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Blink Charging, ticker symbol BLNK. And so here I am recording this on the morning of Thursday, August 22nd, before the market opens, and Blink closed yesterday on the 21st at a price of $2.11, being up almost 2% on the day. And so I did get a request to go over Blink. Usually I respond to those in comments, but the chart looked really interesting, so I did want to make a video on it because I think there's a really nice example here on confirmation, something that I've been working on getting better at recognizing, and I think Blink here is a really nice example of it. And so looking at the chart, what I see potentially is a bull flag. We have an up move here, consolidation, and so I would think that this could be breaking higher. However, this has been consolidating here for some time, so maybe that signal is negated, and I must say that I feel like we're going to be seeing a pullback in the market pretty soon. That is what I personally am bracing for. And so with that being said, I do feel like this could be negated, and I do feel like Blink could be returning to 189, which was the low hit on August 12th. And it looks like that was the 52-week low as well. So, I do think it is important to consider that to manage risk that we might be going back down there. But looking at the chart, like I said, following that day, the 12th, on the 13th, we got a more than 13.5% move up, and then we have been consolidating. It is a little bit discouraging that the price the following day on the 14th opened higher and actually above this level at 222, which I have talked about before when going over Blink. Opened above that level, closed below, and then, consolidating to the right. And so, the thing that really stands out to me about this is this candle here from the 20th, because, it does look like, I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit so we can see this better. It does look like, it's a bearish engulfing candle. It, effectively engulfs these two prior candles. So it doesn't look so good. But the thing that stands out to me about it is this wick to the downside, because I think that actually created some more wiggle room for us as far as not breaking down, not breaking and confirming down. Because if we look at the low here on the 16th, the low was 207. And so what did we close at on the 20th? 207. I had no idea. Just looked right about there. This is a great example. That is not confirmation of a break because it's a close at the exact same price. What we would have needed to see is a close below 207. And we didn't get that. And here you might think, well, the close here again at 207, but the low was 204. Isn't that bad? Isn't that a level that we need to be paying attention to? Yes, most definitely. And it is not so great that we did hit a low 1 penny lower than that on the 20th, hitting a low of 203. But what price did we close at? We closed at 207. And so that suggests to me that this wick down, actually gave us more wiggle room. We're not dealing with, 207 as the low. We're not dealing with 204 as the low. It's now 203. And to confirm that this is breaking down, we would need to now see a close below 203. So I think this is actually looking really good. Also, we did reclaim a good amount of what was lost on the 20th. Currently in the pre-market, it looks like it's not trading, so we don't have much more to go off of, so far on the 22nd. But I do think that that looks good. And so I would look for a close below 203, which would be a confirmation that this bull flag is breaking down and that we should be bracing for 189. So do keep that in mind. And then to the upside, what are the levels that stand out to me, or what are the things that stand out to me? It might stand out to you, these two big wicks. That suggests there aren't enough buyers to push this higher. As price goes up, as it's pushed up by buyers, sellers are overwhelming it, driving the price back down, suggesting, there's a lot of weakness there, not able to close above the closing price on August 15th, which is at 213. So that is a level that, we need to be seeing ourselves closing above, but that would not be confirmation. Confirmation would really, unfortunately, be closing above the high from August 14th, which is 224. So I would look for that. And then one other thing, you might have noticed it, but I imagine it's a little too gray to see. I have a Fibonacci retracement on here. And so I'm just going to bring that back into picture. And so we can see that from this retracement, from the high at 375 down to the low at 189, we have the 236 here at 233, right around there. That's a level that we need to be seeing ourselves getting up to. The fact that we couldn't even get up to that level suggests that there is a good amount of weakness. We can't even retrace to that first level of the Fibonacci sequence. And the next level up would then be the 382, of course. And, I'm not going to go beyond that, but that would be, somewhere around here. Let's say, it's going to be higher than, actually, I'll just throw it up here. Why not? The 382, that's around 260. So, yeah, but I'm going to remove that just so the chart's not too cluttered. And then I had mentioned 222. That, when I first started going over Blink, was the base of this descending triangle. I had suggested that it was going to break down. We actually broke out. Does look like we formed this head and shoulders, though, so I was concerned that this was the beginning of a pretty big slide. And from that, I'll do it now. We can take a measurement from this, from the top of that head to the neckline, and then move it over to the break. And, let's say the break is from the neckline here, and that would be suggesting that price could be coming down to around $1.40. Let's say $1.50. So there's definitely some downside potential. So good to be paying attention to that, managing that. 222 to the upside or 224, really ideally getting a close above that. So 225 or higher. And then the next level up, the 236 at 233, and then of course 250, $2, 2 quarters. And then this level, I think, is going to be a really tough one to contend with. The neckline, if that was to be a head and shoulders, doesn't look like it played out as, I expected. But that is going to be getting up to, let's say, 275 to $3. It's going to be a lot of resistance up there, especially $3, given that that is a whole dollar number. Those tend to be at levels of resistance, as there are probably a lot of sell orders placed at 3, that whole round dollar number. But anyways, I've got to get running to work. I did want to put this out just because I feel like it's a nice lesson. But of course, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching, and thanks for the request. Take care, you guys.